All right, what's going on, guys? So if you are receiving this video with this document in your email, it means that you were one of the people that signed up for the 40 ways to dismantle a fraudulent claim with the 40 different burdens of proof that they'll never be able to answer that you can lay on any claim against you. If you are just seeing this video for the first time and you don't know about the other 40 burdens of proof, go to our link tree. It's located at the top of our social media pages and in our Telegram, and you will find that document and a video going over that document, and you can start incorporating these things into your own walk. I want to stress this for a second, and not stress in a bad way. This is good stress. I want to stress how important it is that each and every one are able to articulate their documents in their own voice, however they feel called at any moment. It does not matter what the legal system has said, what its dictionaries have said, what its legal legalities, codes, and all of that have said, and what their dictations of it are, and definitions of it are. It doesn't matter what your local guru of the legal system has said. It doesn't matter what the Constitution has said. It doesn't matter what the Bill of Rights has said. It doesn't matter what anybody has to say when it comes to our own walk in our biofield with our Creator. And it's time that we stop listening to all of that and stop giving that relevance because none of that matters. The amount of comments that I get of people trying to correct my mouth is absolutely ridiculous. It falls on deaf ears. They don't realize that standing in true authority means that no one else dictates and molds your mouth and your expression of your authority. You do that. So let them stay in their mental prisons and let them walk on eggshells and mold their lack of authority into documents however they want to. That has nothing to do with you and where you're going and how you're going to do it. I want you to be standing in full trust and faith in your own capability to articulate what you have to say without needing any outside source to say it. So everything that you ever receive from Era Arc and from myself is just to inspire your own abilities that you already have so that you, excuse me, so that you can remember you can do this. All right. So let's get into this. This one right here is a debt collection challenge letter. This letter we have used for years. I actually have used less than this. This is the latest version and has already been used. And if anybody saw the testimony from one of our residents who used this, they got a letter back all of their debt, all events to, what is it? Can't get my brain to work right now. To collect debt. There you go. To do any collections on the account ceased. This is what I just used the other day for one for me. I used it the same day for one for Ryan. I don't know how many other people in the group are using the same thing right now for their debts. Like I said, we have been using I started out with just writing back to them and say, thank you for providing proof for purchasing this debt. I appreciate that for my records. You have till blah, blah, blah time and date to provide me proof, that you did not pay for this debt. And it was literally like 4 sentences, and I would send that back and they would stop. My goal in everything that I do is to provide peace in my life. Peace is priceless to me. Nothing else matters. I'm not going to go in a 7 year long battle with any entity out there trying to make their records say what I want them to say. I want them to just leave me the fuck alone. That's the end goal. Leave me alone. Let me live my life. Go play Monopoly with yourselves. Has nothing to do with me. So everything that I write, everything that I do, that's the goal. And this right here accomplishes the goal and does it every time that I have ever used it. All right. So here we're going to start with I'm just going to go through it quickly. I want you guys to know what I mean in different areas. So when I say claimant name, you're talking to the person that sent you this email or this letter if they have identified themselves on the paper. If they have not, then you can use company name here and just keep it company name. And then that would negate places where you put claimant name and company name on there. Given name. Why do I say given name here? I don't say legal name or anything like that. I say given name because your mother and your father gave you a name. You, your physical body. They gave you and your physical body a name. Your your vibrational resonance signature in this physical dimension, they gave that a name. That's the given name for me. That's how I'm defining it. And how I'm expressing it to you for you to have the clarity to know what to put here. This has nothing to do with a legal fiction or anything like that. This one is in parentheses because you are writing your name there. This one you are just talking about given names, so you don't have to put your name there. You leave that the same. Anywhere that I have put all caps name, I use all caps name because that's normally what people have when they have these ledger entries. Some people, some of you may have a lower caps or lowercase name on your ID, or not even your ID. Your IDs usually are all uppercase, but some of your birth certificates or your social security cards, sometimes they mix it up and they do the different things because, hey, let's keep them running in circles. But just put all caps name regardless. That's what I do. Or just put whatever you feel called to. How about that? I'm not going to tell you what to do. You put whatever you feel called to in that place. I personally feel called to put all caps name just in case they do have all caps name, and I can look at their record that they're sending me. And if it's in an all caps name, I'm going to use that same all caps name. If it's in a different name, I'm going to use that name. All right, so you claimant name, again, the person, the physical being, living animator of the position in the company that is contacting you is this one right here, company name. What I do with the company name is I look up what they registered the business as. I don't just address what they put on the paper. I look for their business registry, find the real name of the company, and I address the real name of the company. For here, I put the date. So for date, I am usually just giving them 24 hours to 48 hours max to provide this proof. They should be able to provide it. Anybody that's demanding something of you, they should be able to provide how they have the authority to do so very quickly, or they need to shut up and go away. All right, same thing, claimant name, company name. Like I said, if all you have is a company name, then you can get rid of claimant name and just focus on company name in all of these places. Right here, these are all the things that you're saying invalid debt claims that consist of. And I put you can use the burdens of proof that are in the other document. That's if you feel called to. The most important part of this journey is that you do what you feel called to do, how you feel called to do it, not how I say to do it. Because your field's communicating to you differently than mine is. You have a different path than I have. So I need you to listen to you and trust you no matter what I say, no matter what anybody else says. Go with your gut, your intuition, your knowing of your steps and how that makes sense to you and the puzzle pieces come together. That's what's most important. If I had listened to everybody else and what they had to say, I wouldn't be able to stand the way that I stand right now at all. And you won't be able to either. So you need to be able to trust yourself, trust your field, get into communication with your field, and know what things you would like to add to it, if any at all, because I have used this just as is and it works every time I use it as is. So you can add those extra things for more protection, preventative measures, whatever you want to call it, if you want to. But again, go with your feeling. When you're reading those other burdens of proof, go based on what is your situation. How can I modify this? How's it flowing out of my mouth to make sense to me as I'm writing it? Go with things like that. All right. And then right here, silence is a response just like noises, letting them know that they're responding, whether they respond or not with physical anything. And if you look at the other document that goes over the template of how you can structure what a signal looks like, you're telling them what they are signaling to you if they do not speak, if they do not acknowledge, if they do not act in honor. This is what it's signaling to me. This is what's truth and fact on record. Blah, 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 blah. Lay all those out. All right. This one, distinction A, attached herein. So we're giving them clarity on who they need to be talking to. So in that case, you are to immediately stop all communications with me, given name regarding this debt, and clear out all false claims of debt you, claimant name or company name, think you have with me, given name, and why I continue to repeat, and it sounds repetitive of company name and given name is for clarity. So they can't say in this sentence, you weren't talking to me or you weren't talking about yourself. So from your ledgers immediately and direct all collection attempts to the generator and manager of the legal fiction paper record known as, all caps name, whoever they're addressing. And in that next document, you'll see that we address the process of the creation of the record. And that's who they need to take up all things with. That has nothing to do with you because you didn't create that document or that record. You did not give consent for that record. So this is all between them and those two parties in their system that have nothing to do with you. You're not a participant in the party. All right. Now we go into if they harass you, this is the bill of truth and fact. This one's laid out already as is. You just put in your given name. And again, that's if you want to keep it like this. If you want to change it, a lot of you already know how to do things like this. And this is just only going to amplify what you're doing and give you even more ideas or more inspiration. I don't know. I don't know. All I'm trying to do is help and show you guys what I do when I'm dealing with these situations and how I go about it, and relax your shoulders because it's not that hard, it's not that complicated, and it's not something we need to stress ourselves out about. So this is basically done for you, but you again go with your own feelings. Now let's go to the next paper. This one right here is going to explain the purpose of the record. This is a distinction record. I don't use exhibits. I don't use anything that they have come up with. I use distinctions because I am distincting and clarifying. If I do make another record, it's a clarification record. Like I use those types of things, or a definition record. I don't use any of their terms. I don't step into their jurisdiction with their language. So I make it clear what this record is for. And then we're explaining how the record happens. So the hospital receives the worksheet, vital record data, transcribes the information into the state vital records, system, generates the initial ledger entry for the all caps mimic, assigns the state file number, certifies the record as true and correct, registers the mimic into the state's permanent archive. It just goes over all of this. And then determination, liability determination, who's liable for all of this, which is the local registrar, the state Vital Records Office, the Department of Health, Vital Statistics, the Social Security Administration. They're all liable for this ledger and all debts associated. So notice of misdirected claims, and that is that anything past, present, or future are to be indefinitely redirected to the creators of that mimic entity, as any attempt to direct fee schedules, penalties, or obligations to me given name constitutes misdirection, harassment, and fraud by definition. Um, but this gives them that clarity of what you're actually talking about when you say, go talk to so and so. Well, here is who so and so is. So when you guys are writing these letters, be as clear as you can be. Anything that you're stating, any place you're directing them to, go give them the information. Make it so simple for them to see what you're talking about. Have the record be thorough. Don't half-ass it. Think about how we would write in school. It wasn't clear because we weren't taught the same language that they're using. So that's why when I'm writing to them, I have to constantly be thinking about the way that I articulate when I'm talking to someone regular, and then how clear I have to be when I'm doing these things and talking to these people. So just think about all of that. Who, like, as you're writing a sentence, you are this, and you're like, okay, who is you? All right. Your company this. Okay, who is the company? Like go dig into that and then bring those details to it. Or you need to speak to the ones liable for the record. Okay, who are they? You know what I mean? And then just add your distinction documents to that, whatever you want to distinct in your document and make clear, and you're good to go. So anyway, that's how you do this. If you want to know where to send it, how to send it, all that other stuff, go look at the other document if you haven't yet. watch the video for the last one if you haven't yet. Anybody who already has this and watched the other video, you know exactly what to do to execute this document. All right. Thank you guys for being here, and have fun and stand in your authority and don't give it away to anybody else. All right. Bye, guys.